But dude, this kid is crushing it, dude. Look, this kid's like literally like 8 years old.
This is gonna be the best day ever. This is gonna be the best day ever. Wake up.
So getting aid to people's really, really tough. And that is where the Church of Jesus Christ is really, really good.
That
Can you imagine how hot it is there?
Oh. Yeah, seriously, dude.
They don't need our culture, but they need the gospel.
The following is an episode of WardRadio and does not represent the thoughts or the opinions of KHTS, its owners, or any of its affiliates, nor does it represent the official opinion of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. With that said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the program.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to WardRadio. I am your host, Cardinellis. Today I'm joined in the studio, actually not in the studio, but via Zoom by Jonah Barnes, the associate professor of all things apocryphal, who's bringing us some touching news, not about the double disaster, but the church helping out with a double disaster in, tell me if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Jonah, in Papua New Guinea.
Ooh, yes, perfect.
It's not Papua New Guinea, right? It's Papua New Guinea.
No, married to Mamwa, New Guinea.
Yeah.
Papua New Guinea. Yes, it's the only country in the world that's borders were formed with a paper slicer.
Okay.
Like straight down the middle of that island, like makes
or
zero
IT.
sense.
IT versus the Dominican Republic. That was kind of a paper slicer too.
That's true.
You know, Canada versus America, that was one of those paper slicers, but where it goes right to left with the razor blade instead of up to down with the arm, you know? So anyway, yeah, tell us, my man, what on earth is going on in Papua New Guinea, my man?
Well, Papua New Guinea, everybody's favorite vacation destination, was hit with huge floods all through March and April. There were terrible floods and the place was reeling from the floods. And then on like May 24th when was it? April 24th. When did it happen?
I don't know.
Sorry. Then at the end of March, huge earthquake hits.
Really?
And so like 1,000 people have died in these floods. Then an earthquake hits in the middle of this and 1,000 more people die in this earthquake. And it's just like brutal. The place just can't get a break. And the hard part about like serving people in Papua New Guinea is it's impossible to get around. That's why the border is just like a line drawn through the middle because the jungle's so thick.
Yeah,
nobody
they're just
knows
like
what's out there.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, they're like, they drop in. So it's impossible to get anywhere. You know, there's no roads, or great roads or whatever. So getting aid to people's really, really tough. And that is where the Church of Jesus Christ is really, really good. Because we have people everywhere. We have spies everywhere.
Yeah.
And in every community. And so we say, oh my gosh, we need to coordinate this shipment of sanitation kits or hygiene kits that are coming in. And we have like elders quorum presidents and like deacons and priests or whatever in every little tiny town and every little grass hut. And they all coordinate with each other, and we managed to ship these things all around the country and doing relief efforts for them. We were already doing this because of the flooding, and then the 6.9 magnitude earthquake hits at the end of March, and so we were right there ready to go with all this equipment and stuff. So, in the church newsroom.
Okay, yeah, keep going.
So in the church newsroom, they covered this a little bit, and like, people got to understand, Papua New Guinea is about as far from Western civilization as you could possibly imagine. It is so far out there. There's nothing. So, you know, even the news coming out of it is like these snippets. So like you're reading Morse code, you know?
Okay.
But anyways, they needed shelter and clean water and food and canvases because they're getting rained on all the time. They can't keep their firewood dry to even stay warm because it's raining so much. And so just like a tarp does them good. And so the local LDS Aaronic priesthood holders dispatched in their canoes. They have these like little canoes.
Yeah, I saw that picture and I was like, dude, this is freaking awesome, man.
Dude, it's awesome. And they're like in these like with their white shirts.
Yeah.
You know, they're in these little canoes and they're jetting around the place through floodwaters.
Yeah.
With like clean water jugs to take it to people in like little families so that they have some kind of drinking water and like little tarps so they can cover their firewood. And it's
I gotta say, when you read the duties of a deacon You know what I'm saying? In your silly suburban ward. And you're like, well, isn't this kind of overkill for a young man, right? And then all of a sudden, like straight up a 6.9 magnitude earthquake and flooding hits Papua New Guinea. And then you all of a sudden see the Deacons out there in straight up canoes. And you're like, all right. Now I see what Doctrine and Covenants was talking about. Now I see what they were talking about, you know?
Yeah. See, and what the greatest part about this, I know that I'm a broken record, okay, but the greatest part about this is that the church didn't like fly in a bunch of like saviors and they were like, we will fix your country. No, the people doing the service are Papua New Guineans. Like they're locals who happen to be members of the church. We have 40,000 members in Papua New Guinea, 2 stakes,
really
94 different, 84 branches and 10 wards. And we have like 2 family search centers in Papua New Guinea.
Wait.
Leave those
2
poor
stakes?
people alone.
So each stake has 10,000 members each?
They have 2 stakes.
Okay.
40,000 members in 2 stakes. Now, 84 of the 94 congregations are branches.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
There's 10 wards in 2 stakes, but there's 84 branches just like peppered throughout this jungle island, right? And Papua New Guinea is actually a really big place. It looks like a tiny island compared to Australia, but it's actually quite a large landmass. Anyways, but we also punish these poor people by putting 2 family search centers there, which is just cruel and unusual.
Well, but, dude, I'm reading this article and it's actually quite intriguing here. Okay. It says right here, the usual headline, church responds to a double disaster in Papua New Guinea. Okay. But I mean, when you look at some of this, when you look at some of these stats, it's crazy. The floods and the landslides killed at least 23. I mean, I think that was the death toll almost exactly of the Martin Luther King Day earthquake in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
That
really?
Actually, that I lived through. And that like we've gotten so good with modern technology in the developed West at maintaining our birth rate. The growth of our civilization, not because of our birth rate, but because we've actually been able to reduce mortality so much by cheat death, by having all kinds of different safety measures and, roads that bank this way. So in ice storms, we don't slide. And, we've done so much development that way, but it's like, we still can't stop the ravages of Mother Nature.
No, you know what it is? It's education, right? That swallowing your chewing gum will kill you. People used to die of swallowing their chewing gum all the time. And then they're like, hey, swallow that chewing gum, you're going to die. And everyone's like, oh my gosh. And you see the death rate just plummet.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Education.
It's Facebook will save lives. So anyway, or chastising mothers around the pool telling us not to jump in after we eat because then we might get cramps, right? That was another big one. Yeah, that was another
direct
big one.
Correlation right there.
But either way, like when Martin Luther King Day quake was 6.8, it looks like this one was 6.9. When Mother Nature's pissed, you can't stop it.
Yeah, especially when your home is made of like grass and corrugated metal. You get an earthquake, that's going to mess you up. There were 1,000 homes were destroyed. Now, remember, these are like the last homes standing after the floods.
Yeah.
Right. So, and to get from one city to the next, you have to get in like a dinghy and paddle 4 hours just to get to the next little like coastal city.
Yeah.
And so getting supplies to these people is really tough. FEMA could never do it.
Yeah.
The UN could never do it.
Yeah. They don't have canoes. They don't have canoes. We got the canoes right here, Put these deacons in canoes, dude, and they do it. They get the job done. I think it's the coolest thing ever. I thought one of the funniest quotes in this article that I was reading right here is, it's great to see how quickly and efficiently all are involved to get this on the ground in the remote areas of Papua New Guinea. Elder Gordon told Pacific Newsroom. I'm like, okay, cool. Elder Gordon. That sounds like a nice guy who's, he's doing his time. He's doing his service. And then the next person quoted, it says, Johnny Leota, a spokesperson for. I was like, man, after Goodfellas, anyone named Leota and then Johnny just sounds like a church mafioso.
Yeah.
Like, my buddy Johnny Leota says it's a nice water bottle shipment you got here. It'd be a shame if it didn't arrive on time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Or the Pacific humanitarian manager's name is Tafiti.
Well, that's just cool.
Interview this dude Tafiti. We didn't swoop in to save everybody.
Yeah.
They're helping themselves. Like this, guys, for hundreds of years, we've tried the white savior garbage and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And if you help these people help themselves, like they're smart, resilient people. I'm not getting in a dinghy and paddling 4 hours through the surf to get to like some little island, rocky island out there with like alligators and Godzilla.
But dude, this kid is crushing it, dude. Look, this kid's like literally like 8 years old, and he's like, "I got it, Dad. You can take a rest, man. You can take a rest." I love this.
They know how to do this.
Yeah, this is great, man. Oh man, once Ward Radio gets bigger, I want to just start going to these places. I want to literally just be like, how do the locals mitigate this freaking crisis? And by the way, I'm going to bring 10 Harbor Freight engines and we'll stick them on the butts of those canoes. You know what I'm saying? Like just speedboat around, right? So
it shows that, look, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has long not been an American church. We're everywhere. We're all over the world. And these people are helping themselves. They've been taught true principles. They're resourceful people. They don't need our culture, but they need the gospel. And together with the gospel and some hard work, they can recover from anything. I think it's super cool. Super cool. So
second only to how super cool their church building is, bro. Look at that.
Dude.
Look at that right there.
Dude,
that is a sacrament meeting. You know what I'm saying? That is
imagine how hot it is there.
Yeah, seriously, dude. You're that stake president. You're like, okay, shirts and ties on wedding day only.
Dude, look at them though. They're buttoned up with their ties, man.
Church members attend meetings in the Sepik province of Papua New Guinea despite recent flooding, landslides, and a 6.9 magnitude earthquake in March 2024. These guys are warriors. These people are awesome. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you served in Papua New Guinea? Do you have friends that are there? You got an inside scoop as to what's going on? Let us know more. Thank you, Jonah Barnes, for bringing this to our attention. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. And as always, for this and more, please check us out at WardRadio.com.
This is gonna be the best day ever. This is gonna be the best day ever. Wake up, top of the morning. The bacon is crispy, the coffee is pouring. My meditation is peeling an orange. The bank says I'm already scoring.